What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. So we have the beautiful 2024 Dark Horse here. We actually just finished installing an EOS part, but we're actually go ahead and be installing the second part here. So just to show you guys, the first part that I recommend definitely starting off with is going to go ahead and be the steering wheel. However, the second part, or if you're the passenger, I definitely recommend, if you're buying this for someone, pick up the second part here. And that is because the second part that we're actually go ahead and be installing is this big chunk right here, which is actually the vent there, which is what you're staring at if you're passenger the entire day. Also, check out the secret pony right there. So now, for you guys to really understand, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the Shelby GT500 here, that what we have. We actually have the carbon fiber interior here, but this is actually with an overlay installment, and you can go ahead and see right away a little bit of that chrome piece there is because it's not 100%. That's actually what overlay is. It's very difficult to get 100% on those. Now, what we're gonna go ahead and actually be installing is actually a cover piece. Now, when I say cover piece, it actually covers over the part compared to an overlay where it just kind of lays over. With that being said, let's talk about it a little more specifically. Let's pull out the actual part here. So as all EOS parts definitely come very, very packaged. Obviously, they definitely have the job to go ahead and take care of and protect that carbon fiber piece that you're ordering. Go ahead and pull all of this apart. There we go. And now we can start unraveling it here. And like any other video, the link is always going to go ahead and be in the description if you want to go ahead and pick yourself up this piece here. Alright, so now we're coming up to the actual piece, and we can go ahead and show you what we're actually looking at. So first off, first impressions, super glossy, very, very happy on what I'm looking at. Obviously, you go ahead and see it's pretty flexible. So it's not like any of the ABS stuff, because if we flip it over, you go ahead and see, you can actually see the carbon fiber there and how it was pretty much laid out here. Now again, this is actually going to go ahead and cover the entire vent on that side. You go ahead and see from the top here, this is what it'll look like from the top. And obviously the center here is where you'll go ahead and have the Dark Horse numbering, or if you have a GT, whatever you have here, and then the actual vent itself right there. Now it's very important, this is actually carbon fiber, this is not ABS. There are other companies that do the overlay version, which is what I showed you guys on the Shelby. But to be honest, with the other overlay versions, you pretty much have one section on top, a section on the side, another section that goes on the bottom, and you pretty much have to try to line that up as best as possible. At the same time, each strip is its own layer of epoxy, carbon, and 3M. So you can definitely imagine the difficulty on that side compared to one full piece here, which is molded from sections of carbon. But you go ahead and see, super clean, should fit over perfectly. Haven't tried it yet. We're gonna go ahead and find that out right now though. So you're going to see how it has the curve here, which will pretty much take it all the way to that curve right there. But before we actually get into installing this, you want to go ahead and make sure you have some type of glass cleaner or all-purpose cleaner to remove any oils, any residue, any type of interior detail that you may have put on at some point. Got to go ahead and make sure it's clean so that way it sticks properly. Look of it being stuck, again, coming over to this edge, that's one of the most important pieces there. But let's go ahead and begin to put this back on. So after you remove the backing of all the double-sided tape, you go ahead and see this is what it should look like. In this case, this is obviously a very thin, clear version here. So that way it's just flush and you don't have any parts that's sticking out too thick. All right, now it's time to actually go ahead and slide it on. I would definitely say wedging it into the back behind that screen is going to be the more difficult part, but definitely not too bad at all. And then just about lining it up on these edges over here, and using that force to kind of just push it back in place is what's going to go ahead and lead you to success there. Corner over here, the edges, I would say, is definitely where you want it to line up the most. But again, starting from the vent, we pushed it back all the way inward, so that way it all lines up perfectly. So now looking from the outside, you go ahead and see just how flush that thing looks. Super, super happy. Again, the carbon fiber gloss itself is just shining. And I believe it just adds so much more character to the inside of the car. So I'm super happy we're actually able to go ahead and throw on this EOS carbon fiber vent here. The link again is in the description there. However, definitely pick yourself up some more of those EOS parts, because at the end of the day, there is no problem with fitment, as you guys can go ahead and clearly tell. And you guys saw that before. Definitely looking at the after now. Sheesh, looks good. So one of the best parts is after this install, there is very minimal cleanup, but you go ahead and see again how much of a transformation that does to the passenger side. And again, the steering wheel was done over there as well. We're going to go ahead and actually be adding some more, so stay tuned for that. This Dark Horse is definitely coming a long way, so if you're not yet subscribed, definitely consider subscribing. It would help out a lot, as well as stay tuned for the Shelby content, the Cobra content, and the 18 is not here. Yesterday I actually took that to work. But that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Help out a lot. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. All right, let's go ahead and get a nice cold start. That's pretty crazy what those quick installs really make the driving experience feel like from the driver's perspective. Downshifting, getting ready to do a pull is fun, but it makes it even better when the interior looks good too.